Good morning and salutations to the fellow judges and all these bright young people that are in front of me right now. I have a dream. Wait a minute. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's the wrong speech. But no, really. I stand before all of you today in a black tie and a fancy jacket that's much too tight for me, to present a speech entitled "Life is like a box of 2B pencils." Now, life is a journey taken by everyone and everything that breathes the sweet air of God's green earth. Now, everyone, most people, have their own views and stands on life. And very often, these opinions lead them to describe life by personifying it in the form of such simple things that range from a canvas to something as small as a coin. Right. And of course, they all have their reasons for thinking such. I myself am no different, as I stand here today saying that life is like a box of 2B pencils. But some of you might ask yourselves, why? How have I come to compare life to a box of mediocre wooden writing sticks? Why would I describe life like that? Well, here's the part where I enlighten you. First, let me say, there is a now famous quotation made in the movie Forrest Gump by the titular character's mother. She told her son Forrest that life is like a box of chocolates, because in life you never know what you're going to get. Just like you never know what you're going to get in a box of chocolates. Dark chocolate, light chocolate, cream filling, nut filling, you name it. And I say this to you because this quotation is very similar to the one that I present to you today. Because you never know what you might get in a box of 2B pencils either. The pencils you get could be long, short, sharp, blunt, and so on and so forth, etc. But look at me, I'm rambling on and on again. Okay. But I choose a box of 2B pencils over a box of chocolates because I find that relating a box of 2B pencils to life has a much more in-depth meaning. And to explain that, allow me to ask first, what is the function of a 2B pencil? What do we use it for? Well, we use it to write and to draw, of course. Essays, notes are all done with a 2B pencil. Now let's try and imagine, okay? Just for a little while, that life really is like a box of 2B pencils. When life gives you a good pencil, one that is long and sharp, I'm sure you'd be happy, right? Because that pencil could be used for a good long time to write a good text or make a good sketch before it becomes too short to be used any longer. And then you move on to the next pencil in the box. But what if life gives you a not so good pencil? One that is short and blunt. You would think that something like that wouldn't be good enough for you to do your work with, right? It wouldn't even last long, right? Wrong. Well, actually, it's neither one nor the other. It depends on how you look at it. But most people will be like how I described. They would give up on the stubby blunt pencil, throw it away, and then move on to the next one. Or they might even choose not to do the work altogether. But the better man, or woman, might think to himself, or herself, what if this is the only box of 2B pencils that I'll ever have? Wouldn't that make every pencil just as valuable as the next? So what if the pencil is too short? Or if the tip is too blunt? It's still a pencil, right? That we can use to write and to draw with before its time is up? Okay, sure. It may not last very long, and it may not produce as great a result as it would if it were a good pencil. But we can still take pride and comfort in the knowledge that despite these disadvantages, we still managed to use the bad ones along with the good ones to do the best work that we could. Even if all the pencils that life gives you are not the best, if you remember this philosophy, you can still find meaning in life. Now, some of you might wonder, what is this guy talking about? Why is he making such a big fuss over 2B pencils? Well, because if you think about, yes, if you think about everything I just said in the last few minutes, you can see the parallels between a box of 2B pencils and life. Life can treat each and every one of us differently. It can give you good blessings and a high position, like a long and sharp pencil, or alternatively, life could be unkind to you and give you a poor status that people will laugh at and will look down upon, just like a short and blunt pencil. But whichever your circumstance may be, I explain to you that you can still get the best of both. And finally, the work that we've accomplished after the box runs out of pencils, they are a personification of the legacy of our life legacy. And just like a drawing or an essay made by an artist or a scholar will serve as an example to young students, as will the legacy that we leave behind after our life, after our box expires. It will act as an inspiration for the future generations to follow. So, if you think to yourself, you haven't been given enough, you're not good enough, your life has no meaning, well, I tell you, you are wrong. Okay, because each and every one of you is important in your own way. So don't waste your life away. Don't waste your box away. Because you may only get one. So use it well. Thank you.